Well, your computer browser decided its performance to the most of extent, and if your computer browser is down, then your computer is screwed. So speaking of processors, there are two processor manufacturers that are having the biggest fight: Intel and AMD. So what's up, people? Hope you're all doing good. Welcome to Tech Hangers, and today I'm gonna talk about the Intel and AMD processors. That what is the difference between them and which processor will be good to you. So let's get started. So I'm gonna create the difference between the two on the basis of price and performance, not on the basis of architecture, model and layout, because if I do that, things will go beyond your head and you will dislike this video, and I don't want that, because likes are everything. So if I consider price, then Intel processors no doubt are having the higher price of the same generation or the same kind of processors than that are in AMD. And but if I consider of a low budget laptop, then you should have AMD. But if I consider of high-end laptop or higher segment of laptops or PCs, you should have Intel, because in low budget laptops or low budget PCs there are many options of AMD available to you, and you are getting a same quality of processor and same kind of processor in the cheaper quality, in the cheaper price, sorry. But in process of Intel, you pay a higher price for the same kind of processor. So if you are having a low budget for your laptop or PC, then you should go for AMD, no doubt. But in the higher end section, you should go for Intel, because there are not many options of AMD available in the higher end section of laptops. And if you are having a high budget, then why not Intel? Because Intel is always providing better performance than AMD, so why not Intel in higher price? And also AMD is not having much options on the higher end segment for your PCs or laptops. So this was the difference between the two on the basis of price. And there's one more difference, that the Intel processors, you pay a higher price, but if you are buying a laptop for a good battery life, you should have Intel processors, because Intel processors consumes less energy in relation to AMD processors. AMD processors consume more energy and get heated up quickly. So speaking of good battery life, then you should have Intel processors. But speaking of price and you are having low budget, then you should have AMD processors. So now I'm going to talk about the performance. So speaking of performance, Intel provides better performance than AMD, no doubt, but it's having a higher price. You have to pay a high price for your performance. So if you are a person who do lots of video editing and sound editing and music related stuff related to your performance, and you need a high-end performance on your PC or laptop, you should go for Intel. But if you are having a low budget and you are a person who do gaming, then you should go for AMD, because in low budget PCs or the gaming require your GPU unit, and if you are having a low budget, then maybe you cannot spend a lot on your GPU. So I think that AMD processors for low budget laptops for gaming are good, because AMD GPU unit AMD is having integrated GPU unit that's called Radeon, which is better than Intel's integrated GPU unit, and it provides better gaming experience than Intel in low budget laptops. But if you are having a high budget, again you should have Intel, and if you are having a high budget, then you can spend on separate GPU unit. But if you are having a problem with your GPU unit and you don't want to spend on your GPU unit separately, then you can have AMD. But I think that if you are spending a lot on laptop, and if you are buying a laptop for gaming purpose in a higher end section, then you should go for Intel with a separate GPU unit. And Intel and Nvidia are like lovers, so you can have Nvidia's graphic card with Intel processors. So this was the difference between the performance of both the processors. Intel no doubt performs better than AMD in any case, but AMD provides better gaming experience and better visual overlays and better graphics processing than AMD, because AMD's graphics processor, that Radeon, is better than Intel's integrated graphics processor. So this was all about it, and this video got a little bit confusing here, and all these things I spoke, if I summarize these things, then you should go for AMD if you are having a low budget. But if you are having a high budget and if you want a laptop from the higher end segment, then no doubt you should go for Intel with a separate graphics processing unit if you do gaming. So this was all about it. Hope you like the video, and if you like it, hit the like button, share it, comment down if you have any related queries to this topic, and subscribe to my channel, press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I upload my videos. So this was Ram signing off. Bye.